this is a take two. I failed the first time. I made a huge video, like 15 minutes, but there's much to say about this book. This is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, the fifth book. So I'll just broadly tell you what it's about, because it's like 900 pages and it's a lot of information. I don't have the time to tell you all, and I believe you don't have the time to watch me. So, the fifth year of Harry. The Order of the Phoenix is the organization that fought against the Dark Lord the first time that he was in his prime, before Harry was ever born. Then, when the Dark Lord has returned in the end of the fourth book, the Order is again reassembled with new members, and it again fights against the Dark Lord, recruiting more and more to their cause, so that Lord Voldemort won't recruit them to his side. What are the major things here? As you might know, the most cursed position in Hogwarts is as teacher of defense against dark arts. Every year there is a new teacher. Professor Quirrell in the first book, then Gilderoy Lockhart in the second, then Remus Lupin in the third, then Alastor Moody, who was actually Barty Crouch Jr. He was drinking a Polyjuice potion. And the fifth year, a member of the Ministry, the right hand of the Minister himself, Dolores Jane Umbridge, a terrible woman, excuse me, who does not teach the students practice at defensive spells, only theory, which means that the Ministry itself is taking control over the students, because they don't want Dumbledore to create his army. So the students decide that they have to learn how to protect themselves. They all sense that the darkness is coming, the Dark Lord is back, and everyone is again very, very afraid. So they form a so-called Dumbledore's Army organization, and they secretly train under Harry. He's teaching them everything he knows, everything he has been taught before, and everything that had helped everything that had helped him against his encounters with Voldemort, Dementors, and everything else. But their organization is fraud. They're found, they're stopped, and they cease the event. Another thing is that throughout the year Harry gets visions from Voldemort's mind when he's very angry or very happy. And Voldemort finds out about this connection and gives Harry false visions of him having caught Sirius Black, Harry's godfather, and torturing him. So Harry takes only a handful of people with him, and they go to the Ministry to save his godfather. However, they find themselves in a trap where set up by Voldemort himself, and the reason for the trap is that Harry has to take a prophecy about him and the Dark Lord off a shelf and give it to Death Eaters, that they can give it back to their lord. But they fail, and a battle starts, an epic battle, and the students almost lose when the members of the Order of the Phoenix come and save them. However, Bellatrix Lestrange kills Sirius Black. Then Harry chases her, casts Cruciatus, one of the unforgivable curses, for the first time, but it's a failure, of course, because he's very angry, he's enraged, but he's just 15 years old. He doesn't know how to harness all this hatred and anger and just to hurt people. And he has Bellatrix cornered, but then the Dark Lord himself comes. Moments after, Dumbledore himself comes, and Dumbledore and Voldemort start an epic battle. The two greatest wizards of the current time just battling in the main hall of the Ministry itself. Voldemort loses the duel, tries to obsess Harry, fails, and just before he escapes, the Minister comes, and some of the highest ranking Aurors, they see him. The Minister says he's back. Oh no! He has a face expression like he's shitting his pants, and that's it. The book ends. and the dark times have started, because the Dark Lord's return is now official. I believe that covers the most important things in the book. After all, this is a very thick book. This is the biggest book of the series. The movie. What can I say about the movie? The movie is good. Very well done. There are, as the previous movies, there are some key moments missed, some details that just could have been tweaked better. But after all, that's the way that the producer himself envisions it. And if I were to make the movie, I would have made it differently. Of course, anyone else would have made it differently. But it's a very good movie. It came out in 2005. No, error. 2007. And it was a very, very good movie, because they spent a lot of time to make it. The fourth movie came out, I don't know, remember, I might lie to you, 2004 or 2005, somewhere there, and then 2007 was this movie, the fifth one, and it was very, very good, very well made. It just envisioned how the world begins to be shrouded in the darkness of Lord Voldemort. And if you haven't watched it, you should make a very big Harry Potter marathon. You have to watch 7 movies now. And if you do it right now, you can go in a couple of days to the cinema and watch the last part, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. And yeah, that's it. As for the game, I liked the game. I played it only once, but I really liked it. The game mechanics, the entire gameplay was extremely changed. The fifth game is the game that the fourth one was not, but it had to be. The only 2 things I did not like was the camera. And sometimes it was just weird. You know, Harry's here and it's just weird and crazy. And the other thing I didn't like was the controls. If you play on a console, you have to wiggle around the joystick like in a circle, in one direction, then clockwise, then counterclockwise to cast another spell, and up and front and back, and it's just too difficult for some people. And on the PC it was even harder. You know, have to move the entire mouse like an idiot. But it was very good, very well made, and you even had to play Dumbledore at the end against Voldemort. There were some very interesting things. The games, the side quests, it was very nice, and the castle was very well made. Just the castle from the third game was nothing compared to this one, because there wasn't an actual castle in the fourth game. There were just it was like an arcade game. You go there, you fight some things, you collect some shields and shit and stuff. No, the fifth game isn't like that. You don't collect beams anymore, and use some cards for bonuses to damage and health and stamina, and you get my point. And I believe the game was very good, but still it had some lag. The controls had to be changed, and you will see in the next episodes how the games progress. So I'm going to tell you my personal opinions of that, and it is, after all, in the end, your decision to either read the book, watch the movie, or play the game. Whichever you choose, you will not lose, and you will get the full picture of what happens in Harry's 15th year. And that's it, my young Padawans. I believe I've covered the most major points. I will see you later, and may the Force be with you, always.